Hey guys, Jack here. I wanted to show you a really quick and cheap modification to Blackstone Griddle. Self-built accessory, I don't know what you call it, but it's these trays that I've built that do two things. One, I was gonna clean them, but I thought actually by not cleaning them before I did this video, it would make my point, which is when you do griddle cooking, you end up with lots of oil, grease, fat splatter, and every utensil you use gets grease, fat splatter on it. And when you set it down, it makes a mess out of everything. And that includes your little metal trays that, for instance, this Blackstone model has. And whatever griddle you have, it's the same thing. And if you don't have trays around your griddle and you bring out a table, it's the same thing, and the grease stains, and it's nasty, and it's gross, and then you have to clean it, and then it soaks into your table, it soaks into, whatever, and it stains. All this is some fence wood, and it does two things. One, it catches all this nastiness, as you can see, and I probably used it maybe 10 times since the last time they got cleaned, and that's not, I don't want to have to clean that off of my trays. So what this does, and you can see they don't exactly look great either anyway. That's just see-through and all. But still, the beauty of this is now I can take this and I can spray it down with a little bit of mixed bleach water or something like that. Hit it with a scrub brush, hose it off, and it'll be, it's not going to look perfect. It depends on how clean you want to try to keep these kind of things and stuff like that. But it'll look decent. And that way, I don't really care that it, because it's porous wood, it absorbs all this grease. I did hit it with a little stain when I built them. But what I want you to notice is how much additional storage space I get for setting things to the side. If you look at the width of it compared to the width there, so all that is extra and all that is extra. That makes a big difference when you're cooking and you're doing a lot of multitasking at the same time. The other thing is the table ends about right here. So I'm basically getting all this whole area added, and I'm doing that on both sides. And because I'm doing that on both sides, I have just a lot more space for my accessories, food that I've pulled off the grill, things that I'm going to cook, and, I'm bringing them out, in plates and stuff like that. To me, I know, some of you guys are complete, you scrub everything down to perfect, pristine every time you're done. And I know you might look at my little wood tables and think, that's not very nice. Guys, I'm out here cooking all the time. I don't always, I always clean the griddle surface itself as soon as I'm done. This stuff here, it might go a week or two before I take it out and scrub it down. The beauty, again, though, is I can just grab that, take it over there where my hose is, lay it up against a tree or something like that, hose it off, bring it back. And, you're talking a few bucks a piece. You could do this with scrap lumber. I think I had some of these fence, whatever you call them, fence pickets laying around. I just busted them out. Once you measure one, if you have a chop saw like I do, you can basically set a jig and just boom, boom, boom. And I wouldn't make it much bigger than this though. About one board of overhang, and you won't really have any problem. If you look, I have to push pretty hard to lever that up. And actually, if this is not on here, these little bolts, at least on a Blackstone, see how it goes underneath that little bolt? And that will actually give it some stability. And I'm sure you could take that out and put something in there that would extend that a little bit. I don't think it's necessary. I've never had, never set anything on it and had it go over. But again, it's really, really simple to make. It's just basically cleated, and that shows you exactly how much bigger it is on the long dimension, because what I did is I simply made this space right here between that cleat and that cleat the same distance as the tray itself, maybe just a little bit bigger. That lets it slide right on. Boom. Simple. Yeah, I gotta clean them. I'll do it. Maybe I'll even post a picture after I'm done to prove that I'm not lying about cleaning it out. So I thought maybe I would just add this. This is what they look like after they're clean. Griddle's cleaned up. When I did that earlier video work, I had just cooked breakfast, so there was grease on the griddle. So this is how we keep things. And you are going to have staining with something like this. It's just how it works. I look at it as when you cook on a griddle, you're going to end up with nasty black grease, and everything you put, everywhere you put it, is going to get gross. And personally, I would rather have it absorb into this wood than try to laminate it in some way where you can all be scrubbed off. Because what happens then is your grease just sits and puddles. And so if you want to do something like that, use some sort of plastic, I don't know, shellac something, whatever, or just leave the metal trays, you can. I've just found it's a lot easier to not move the grease, because that's my biggest problem with anything that doesn't let that grease soak in like this. You take the utensil, you set it down, it makes it greasy, and then you set the other thing in the grease, and then you move it over here, and then the grease just, like, you start moving grease everywhere you go. It's like a 5-year-old with finger paints touching shit, you know, or a 3-year-old that ate chocolate touching stuff, like, everywhere. It just makes more sense to me. Go ahead and let it soak in the wood. One thing I've thought about doing, I haven't done it yet, but I might, just to see what it looks like. I mean, these are easy enough to build. If I don't like it, I can build another one. I thought about, you know, where you take a torch and you burn the wood. I can't remember the word for it. It's a Japanese art. But I do that with a lot of woodwork, and I really like it. And it might actually work really good for this. Not so much as a preservative, but if everything is a dark color, then the dark color doesn't stand out. So anyway, that's what she looks like after cleaning. And I'll catch you guys later. And like I said, I think next week or two we'll do a podcast on nothing but griddle cooking. So if you have any questions about griddle cooking at all, accessories, techniques, foods, whatever, let me know in the comments below.